Satnam, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you those of you that are watching the replay. We are doing this video for manifestors. So this new series of videos are all about human design and how to flow through the month. I just want to make sure I'm actually live. Yes, I am. Okay, cool. I was like not seeing it. So how to flow with the energies of the month. And so we are going to pull a series of cards that will give you insight as to your human design for the month. So the cards are an aura card and current energies, a strategy card to help you understand your strategy better and work with your strategy better during the month, an authority card to give you insight into how to best make decisions this month, past, present, and future spread with the Gene Keys deck, and then an animal spirit at the very end that will guide you through the energy of this month. Now, this month we're moving from the season of Cancer to the season of Leo. So start half of the month that will be about a lot of water energy. And then towards the end of the month, we will get into this fire energy. And so we'll feel that shift. We'll feel that switch in our own personal lives as well. So before we dive into the reading, I do want to remind you to please like, subscribe, and share this video out. And also I'm doing a special offer this week from July 3rd through the 7th. You can book your human design map. There's a link below to book it, and you will get a complimentary 30-minute session with me to go over the human design map, which is basically a booklet, an individualized written booklet by me of all of your human design energies. So type, strategy, authority, profile, incarnation cross, defined centers, undefined centers, and then channels, gates, and circuitry. And you get your own unique mantra as well to help activate your purpose and your design. So also download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. There's 2 newsletters. One of them is that you will get once you download the guide is a weekly newsletter, which is called the Moon Magic Report, which gives you the insight and the horoscope astrologically for the week. Each week goes out every Wednesday. And the other one is the Human Design Magic newsletter, which goes out once a month at the beginning of the astrological season. So let's dive in to your reading. I like how my green screen is just doing its own thing these days. All right. So what is your authority or your aura card and current energies? Okay, here we go. And as a manifestor, you have a close and repelling aura. So you have a very different energy than everyone else. Okay, this card is interesting. Virgin's milk. Why are these cards so ridiculous? Virgin's milk. Let's see if you can even see it. There it is. Virgin's milk. Lac virginis. So let's go find out about what that card is all about. Oh my God, that's hilarious. And this card is going to give you insight into how your aura is basically interacting with the world around you. So, Virgin's milk. In alchemy, lac virginis is a mystical substance, supposedly coming from the virgin's breast. The alchemist asks, how can it be? How can milk come from one not carrying a child? That is precisely the nuanced teaching of lac virginis. When studied as an alchemical concept, it points to a lack of awareness or experience that the alchemist would rather not reveal. Yes, this milky substance is a symbol of purity and innocence, but its shadowed side is naivety and even denial. When the virgin's milk appears, discernment and honesty must be applied to do the work. Is something being glossed over, rushed, or presented as perfect? There are likely complexities that need to be addressed so the alchemist can gain the maturity to handle what's next. Wow, this is actually really beautiful. I also love the color of this rose, which is blue, which is all about throat chakra. And as a manifestor, you have a defined throat center, which means that there's something about speaking your truth and then also feeling that fear of speaking your truth. So what this is saying is that this month is a month for you to make sure you're not glossing over things, to make sure you're paying attention, to make sure you're not rushing things or, pretending that they're perfect when in reality, they are not. Something else needs to be addressed. You're in the process of gaining maturity this month so you can handle what's next. And so this card, this Virgin's Milk, is helping you to tap into that alchemical frequency. So let's do some astro dice to see what energies astrologically are going to be influencing you. And you got Pluto in Scorpio, so it's home sign in the 5th house. Okay, so the 5th house is the house of creativity and passion. It's also the house of children, but this is where that passion comes alive and wants to be expressed. It's the energy that's ruled by Leo as well as the sun, and it has to do with shining bright and emanating this light. Now, Pluto in Scorpio is about death, change, and transformation, magnified by the energy of Scorpio, which also represents the same thing. So this is a month where you are going through a transformation, through a transition, and ultimately into a death that leads into a rebirth, a transformation that leads into transcendence. So what will happen is that you will reactivate your creativity, and you're a manifestor, so you can manifest things in the world. This is what you came here to do. But you have to make sure you're on the right track for yourself. And the only way to do that is to keep checking in and obviously to not resist when the change is needed to happen, to make sure that you are letting go of the old so you can make the space for the new. Let's pull a strategy card for you. So this is to help you with your strategy, which is to inform. Sea Snake. You are in a space of embracing your psychic senses. This is a cool card. So obviously the snake symbolism is about, shedding the skin. It's the same Plutonian energy and Scorpio energy. The Scorpio, the snake, and the eagle are all the same. They're all interchangeable animals. And so we did get Scorpio energy here with Pluto. So this is about trusting your intuition, trusting your psychic senses. You are in a space of embracing them. So that trust can only come from you knowing how to listen and pay attention. That intuitive ability, your psychic abilities, will help you when you are in your strategy, which is informing people. You have to trust your intuition as to how to inform, when to inform, and who to inform as well. So your authority card, which is how to best make decisions, you want to look at your authority in your chart, and then this will give you a little bit more insight into how to follow that authority in your human design. So you get the Atlantis card. Wow. A connection to ancient crystalline wisdom is waiting for you to tap in. Okay, so this is ancient past lives. This is Atlantic wisdom, Atlantean, Hermetic alchemy, Hermetic wisdom. That is a powerful frequency that you are being called towards tapping into. That's why you need to listen to your psychic abilities. Your intuition is really, really strong. And the Virgin's Milk is telling you hey, this is possible. This is sort of like a magical thing. But there's also things to pay attention to and to not gloss over. That's why your intuition needs to be strong. You need to be paying attention to your intuition in order to be able to listen to the messages that are coming through strongly through this Atlantean energy or your Atlantean spirit guides. So we are going to now do a past, present, and future reading for you for the month of July with the Gene Keys cards. So let's take a look at what we have. Your first card, the 17th gene key, with the gift of farsightedness. This is actually a beautiful energy, beautiful image as well. So, wow, I opened the book right to that page. That's a little crazy. So this gene key moves from the shadow of opinion to the gift of farsightedness to the city of omniscience. Farsightedness can be said to arise directly out of the heart rather than from the mind. My gift to you. I am here to remind you that nothing, no opinion, theory, dogma, or belief is more important than love. The only way to liberate yourself from the unhealthy grip of an opinionated life is to develop a sense of humor. This is the past card, right? It's develop a sense of humor. True farsightedness requires that you don't take yourself too seriously or what anyone says too personally. Laugh more. It's not about shutting down your brilliant mind, ignoring the patterns that you see, or giving up on improving the world, but it is about being able and willing to see and feel every aspect of the whole simultaneously. Have all the opinions you want, but remember, you are not your opinions. You are so much more. You are a scientist of the heart. Wow. And that is really tapping into this card of the Virgin's Milk in the Alchemy deck about being the, the scientist that has to look really deeply. And there's this very mature energy and wise wisdom, like looking figure here on this card. So it really is about like tapping into this deep wisdom and you being the architect and the scientist of the heart. Like, how beautiful is that? Here to contribute your part of the future of humanity by seeing the small and the big picture all at once. So this is the past card. Hey, Dawn. Yep. This is the past card. So you have already been dealing with this shadow of opinion and moving and working towards transmuting that shadow into the gift of farsightedness and omniscience. So you can actually see the bigger picture. You've been doing the work to try to see the bigger picture. So what is the energy that is affecting you, that's going to be affecting you this month in general, is the 58th gene key. And I'll show you the picture. Is the gift of vitality. Oh my God, I love that. So this is interesting because this moves from the shadow of dissatisfaction to the gift of vitality to the city of bliss. So there's an opportunity here to step into vitality and bliss. Increased vitality really means increased freedom. My gift to you. I'm here to tell you, it is time to stop fighting your true nature. You were born with a life force and vitality within you that must be expressed. And that is so true as a manifestor. You can attempt to interfere with it by trying to recreate it or by resisting dissatisfaction. But there's nothing you can do to get rid of the life pulsing within you. So you might as well surrender. Dissatisfaction is a natural part of life. Without it, none of us would evolve or be motivated to make this world a better place. When you allow life to express itself through you without resistance or judgment, as a manifestor, you have to. Bliss happens naturally. The future is not in your hands. It does not even exist. All there is now. So stop projecting into the future. Let life have its way with you and watch your purpose unfold. That is a beautiful energy to be working with during this month, moving from dissatisfaction to vitality and bliss and increased freedom by also being able to see, giving yourself the opportunity to see the bigger picture and not getting stuck anywhere in the process. So the future, what are you going to get? What are you going to receive? What's going to be like the benefit, the outcome of this month for you? And it is the 43rd gene key with the gift of insight. So what you will receive in the end of this month is insight. This moves from the shadow of deafness to the gift of insight to the city of epiphany. Every human being is born to be a rebel in the sense of filling a space in the world that cannot be duplicated by another. My gift to you. I am here to invite out the rebel in you, the poet, the lover, the mad scientist, the revolutionary. There is something only you can do, something your entire life has prepared you for. It is time to take a risk, to shake up a system. You may make waves. That's okay. Whatever you do, stop listening to the status quo. This is not about venting or blaming. This is about being creative and being open to love. And remember, we did get the 5th house of creativity and passion through the astro dice. You don't have to know where exactly you're headed or why in order to trust your inner voice. And we did start this reading by there's a huge needing to trust your psychic abilities. And that's your inner voice. As you courageously forge a new pathway, because as a manifestor, that's what you do. Don't be surprised if your timing gets better and breakthrough insights come your way. Dare to be who you are, and you will ignite the creative rebel in others wherever you go. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Wow, all of this is so fitting for the manifestor energy. Just like, do you go be the rebel, go do your own thing, because you were like technically born a rebel, you know, you're just gonna do your own thing and there's no one else is gonna do it like you. You came here to do it. So you have to do it. You can't run away from it or shy away from it. The animal spirit that is going to guide you for this month is the honeybee. The message: let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. So let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority during this month. The bee is also about community, working together with people, and manifestors are really good with working with teams. Because when you have teams, you are able to do your thing while other people, like, you know, there's collaboration involved, and the honeybee is all about that. So collaborate, bring in compassion and forgiveness, open your mind, trust your intuition. You have a lot of Atlantean spirit guides coming through, and possibly the remembrance of ancient Atlantis and the wisdom of ancient Atlantis wanting to come through you. So you need to make sure you're not glossing over anything. Pay attention, because this month is a bit of a shamanic death that leads into a rebirth, into a transcendence. And at the end of the month, you will feel like you have more vitality and more insight if you are able to transmute your shadows into gifts. And specifically, those shadows that you are transmuting, that you're wanting to transmute into gifts, are the shadow of dissatisfaction, the shadow of deafness, and the shadow of opinion. So those 3 things are going to be the struggle for you for the month. So how do you let go of opinion and step into more far-sightedness, meaning seeing things from up above, from a higher perspective? How do you stop being deaf? Like basically you have to start listening so you can get insight and epiphanies, and let go of dissatisfaction, and I not just let go of it, but like just trust that dissatisfaction is also a part of life, that not everything has to go the way you want it to. But when you let go of that and when you trust the process, that's when you will get more vitality and step more into bliss. So those are the 3 big major themes that you're going to be dealing with this month. But I really truly love this card that you got, this blue rose, like throat chakra, like manifesting. Make sure that you are paying attention, because you have a lot of manifesting power. And if you're not paying attention, then what are you creating and what are you bringing to the world? You have to be very aware of that for this month. All right. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all again next time. Sat Nam.